Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hey, I'm John.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
Well, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going? How are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling so good.
Having been a best of the best virgin, who just, I guess, didn't know how all the movie was going to play out until recently.
Well, first, if you're just tuning in, go back and listen to the first 4 episodes of this series. We're talking about best of the best.
Best of the best. Welcome, everybody.
We're glad you're here. To answer your question, we've mentioned this in movies past, we've mentioned this in previous episodes in the series, as a best of the best virgin. I thought this movie was not great, but it was also not so bad that I was like, this movie sucks.
Do you think if you
There's nothing so terrible that it doesn't redeem itself?
If you had been a 12-year-old going to see this movie, would you have been like, I dig it?
I'd have been like, karate, I'm in.
Hell yeah.
I'm in.
I feel like
Darth
this
Vader
movie
voice, I'm in.
I feel like this movie came about because of Van Damme. Maybe Bloodsport rejuvenated, the martial arts genre. And they're like, what else do we got? What else could we slap together?
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, watching this movie, I was like, it is definitely clunky and full of faults, full of cliches, lots of things wrong with it. Not to mention it is very much a product of its times and chock full of racism. But as far as the acting and the story and everything, I mean, like I say, there's a lot wrong with it, but it's fine. It's not irredeemable?
Did you find the final act here was it predictable? Was it? I had told you don't read ahead on what's going to happen.
There were, and
I want to get your.
I did not. There were a lot of elements of the last act that I was like, this is extremely predictable until the very last moment. I was like, fuck, I was not expecting that to go down the way that it did.
Okay.
So
that's how I feel about it.
I can't say that. I was like, it took a turn, and I was like, oh, whoa, okay. This movie, it ended up having a lot more heart. And it had heart before, just because of the conflicts with Alex and his son, and him being sort of washed up and coming back, and then these guys trying to, find common ground, and all the ghosts behind Tommy's brother dying, and all of the people that were suffering because of that, both Tommy and Kuzo. Uh-huh. There was a lot. I was like, wow, there's a lot of people suffering, and it made up for that, but it made up for it in a way that I was not expecting. And so I'll get us caught up.
You almost just did.
Yeah, I think I just did. So they were training. Alex is called away because Walter, his son's been in a bike accident because he's so small. As he's going to ask for permission to leave, he's denied. Kuzo said, if you leave, you can't come back.
Which he had sort of told him on day one.
It's like,
your kid just got hit by a car and is in surgery.
Jedi
and he's in a
have
coma.
No attachments, Kevin.
Yeah, that's Coach Kuzo's out of his fucking mind.
Only a Jedi deal, or only a Sith deals in absolutes, I guess, is the take home there. So anyway, Alex is like, fuck this, and leaves, but then comes back and begs for a spot on the team. While that's happening, Tommy's been haunted by the ghosts of his past, knowing that he's got to fight this guy, Dae Han, but Dae Han's the guy that killed his brother. So he goes off on a soul-searching 24-hour motorcycle adventure in California. Quest. Yeah. So anyway,
smoke some peyote or whatever.
Long story
long. Peyote.
Long story long. Coach says, "Fuck my rules and welcomes both of them back to the fold because I think ultimately he realizes the team can't win without them.
The alternates never showed up.
The alternates are dead or missing.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's where we pick up for the exciting conclusion, the ultimate edition of our series of Best of the Best.
Yeah, so we're in Seoul, South Korea here. The Team USA is about to take on Team Korea. There's like an opening ceremony type thing going on. We got drums and torches.
I love pageantry.
Yeah, dude, awesome stuff, man.
A crowd of 15,000 is loving it, according to Ahmad Rashad.
They're like banners being presented by women in sort of traditional garb.
Yep.
Ahmad Rashad, he's telling us the Koreans are as passionate about Taekwondo as Americans are about baseball. Baseball, Ray. Remember though when baseball was like the marquee sport? Like it is like third best at best maybe, at this point.
Yeah. Not a lot of people tuning in. They find it too slow.
Yeah. The Braves are still World Series champions.
World champs, baby.
So the U.S. team enters the arena first to sort of a lukewarm reception.
Right. It's polite.
Alex's mom and Walter are there somehow. Walter on crutches.
Yeah, I also like the cut to the bar back in America where we see Stanley and some other folks cheering on Team USA. We guess in Portland or wherever. Yeah.
I'm not so sure they let you fly a day or two after you've had like a head trauma.
This is
thinking
the
about
80s.
Walter.
He's fine. They probably was like, oh, he actually doesn't. He was faking it. He has no head trauma.
Psychosomatic. So the Korea team enters to a raucous reception.
Right.
They're bowing to like these dignitaries that are there. It's got like those Rocky IV vibes when Drago came in.
All this, guys. Thank you.
Both teams line up opposite of each other on the mat. Travis is wearing his fucking cowboy hat.
That's respectful.
Both teams bow to the officials, bow to each other. I thought like it had me thinking, I don't know, the interior of the arena didn't seem to sort of match the awesomeness of the exterior shots.
The exterior is very cool.
And it had me just wondering, like, I'm thinking this shit, everything inside was probably filmed in America.
Probably. On a soundstage or in a college gym or something.
Yeah, a high school gym. So we got Dae Han, Tommy, they're staring each other down. It's pretty fucking intense.
Yeah.
Ahmad Rashad tells us the rules here. This is a full contact event. Each fighter attempts to earn points or knock out their opponent using a combination of Taekwondo, karate, judo, and kickboxing.
And I wonder if this is because to this point, only Tommy has done Taekwondo.
Right. And they've been calling themselves the American Karate Team or whatever. It's just like I feel like they only just realized, shit, we've been like mixing our martial arts this whole time.
Yeah, they brought in someone and they're like, well, we're too far along in the process.
Yeah, just fucking, but it's whatever. It's fighting. It's like anything goes, I think.
Yeah.
Ahmad Rashad tells us each match is going to be 3 2-minute rounds. Mm-hmm. Fighters are going to earn points and to add to their team's total of points.
Right.
So it's interesting format.
Yeah.
Now, Alex is stretching out. He hears his name being called. He's elated to see Walter in the crowd cheering for him. He asks Wade, what is my son doing here? And Wade sort of gestures towards Kuzo. And Alex gives him like the most sincere thank you I think I've ever seen. He stands up and sort of almost like bows to him. Thank you.
Yeah, I love James Earl Jones, like amazing, warm-hearted smile there.
Yeah, dude, warm, fuzzy James Earl Jones is the best James Earl Jones,
Agreed.
I think. So now we've got the first matchup. It's going to be Sonny Grasso versus Young Kim. The fans in the arena, as well as the Americans watching in the bar back in Portland, are fucking excited.
Hell yeah.
Which got me thinking about like the time difference between Korea and Portland, and what time would it have to be?
I think it's almost 24 hours, isn't it?
No, it's like it's a day later and 7 hours earlier.
Okay.
But if it was like mid-afternoon in Korea, then that would make it nighttime in Portland.
That works.
So let's go with that. If it was nighttime in Korea, it'd be like the fucking middle of the night, like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in Portland.
Yeah, but
they could still get together to watch
drunks,
it or whatever.
Hell yeah.
They opened the bar up special. So Ahmad Rashad mentions that the Americans are heavy underdogs against the Koreans. I mean, I would have to think, aside from Tommy, like everybody on Team America is worse probably than the worst person on Team Korea.
They've got several caskets over there waiting to put the bodies in.
Shit. So early on, we got Sonny and this dude Young Kim. They're trading points.
How much do you love the little dude that they only showed this couple of times right up top? This dude in the chair with the flags, like waving the points.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is fucking hysterical.
He looked like kind of ancient to me, or like...
He looks like a deviant anime character. He looks like somebody that would turn into a demon. And if you're anime fans out there, you'll know exactly. It's like he got big glasses and a suit and he's just kind of squat.
He's almost like if
he's going to turn into a monster.
You picture like Team America's version of like Kim Jong-un or whatever it was. He's like
that makes sense.
Dude,
totally.
Kind of. But anyway, the fight's going kind of even off the top, but we fade to later and like Sonny's just getting beat to shit.
Right.
He was not up for this.
Yeah, Mod tells us he's like fading.
Yeah, so the match ends. Young Kim has won the match. It's 11-7 on points.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking shit ton of points compared to some of these later matches.
Yeah, both guys look worse for wear. Kim's got blood. Maybe Sonny's like all over the front of his uniform.
It was interesting to me, yeah, the Team USA wearing black and the Koreans wearing white, just because it's like typically you want to put the good guys in white.
Or why not put somebody in red or blue? Maybe for the lighting purposes, it was easier that way.
I don't know, but I will say the black like uniforms they were wearing were pretty like rad.
Yeah, they were dope. I mean, both the sets of uniforms, they're almost like an armored chest protector, like a catcher's gear or something like that.
Cool stuff. So we go to the second match, Virgil Keller versus Han Cho. We'll pick up in the third round.
Yeah, they jumped right to the final round.
Why not, man? Han Cho's apparently been dominating.
Yeah, like we only see Virgil get like one, like we hear Ahmad Rashad say that like Virgil uses his speed, like gets one kick in, but then for the rest of the time just gets manhandled.
It's a weird match because it doesn't seem to be any type of technique. It's a lot of like wrestling almost, and like they're just grabbing each other.
They didn't know Taekwondo, neither of them.
This is the shit where like Kuzo's he's shouting instructions, but it's like useless instructions.
Yeah.
Like counter, 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 stay focused, baseball. I don't know.
I'm on the leader.
Obi-Wan.
I felt a presence I've not felt since.
Oh my God. All right. So Cho finishes up the match with a run of points, pushes the Korean lead total up to 20-9.
We suck. We're not good.
Yeah, man. Third matchup, we got Travis Brickley versus Tung Sung Moon.
I wish they'd showed more of what this fight would have been a shit show, but I guess it's like it would have showed like the holes in the armor here of like Chris Penn not knowing karate at all.
I mean, he hasn't done much that you would call martial arts. He's more just like a brawling puncher dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pick up in the third round. We got a Ahmad Rashad, I think, telling us it's been a very even match, but fighters are fucking bloody as hell.
Yeah, they both look like hell.
Moon lands what Travis thinks was a cheap shot.
Yeah, like while he was down.
It pisses him off. His racism flares up.
Yeah.
Come on, Kimchi. What?
The crowd boos.
Yeah, they're booing him. Travis seems to enjoy the boos like a fucking heel in wrestling or something like that.
Right.
We got Kuzo. Travis, behave yourself. But then he's smiling like he fucking is on board.
He grins in amusement, which I'm like,
what the fuck is that? He's cool with it. So then he says to the guy, it's a full count, Kimchi, and I'm going to hit a home run on your face, boy. Fucking weird shit to say. He's mixing all of his metaphors. He's got the baseball metaphors coming up.
What is happening?
So Travis scores a point right at the buzzer with this just like vicious punch to the head of this dude.
I love that Alex starts the USA chant.
And
which even Kuzo's in. USA!
Ahmad Rashad then says it's tied 3-3. That's the fucking low scoring, right?
Yeah,
the original matches were like 11-7 and shit.
And it was 20-7 coming into this round or something.
Yeah, well, that was the cumulative, I think. But like this match alone, Travis, yeah, it's like only I don't know if it's because the fight's
23 to 10. Yeah,
it's really been sloppy, like not clean techniques. Like dudes are getting hit, but maybe they're not getting points.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't really understand how that's possible, but with the tied match, as we know, we're gonna go to brick
Test
breaking.
Your might.
Hit him with the dim mat.
What the hell's a dim mat?
Death touch. So we're gonna break bricks to determine who's the winner. All right, they each stand in front of a stack of 10 bricks.
So this I alluded to in the first or second episode when they were explaining the rules. It would have been so much more awesome if Travis had gone second and broken bricks with his head.
And won? That would have been rad.
But that's not what happened.
That's not at all what happened. What happens is Travis goes first. He punches through 7 bricks. Kind of fucking weird because his punch was like very off center. Like he really missed essentially. Like
he screwed the pooch big time.
Yeah, is odd, but his teammates are fucking ecstatic about it. They are fucking losing their minds. So then we got the dude Moon steps up. He's got this unusual technique that Ahmad Rashad calls a ridge hand.
Yeah, which appears to be you sling your arm from behind you and over your head in a long arc. So straight arm all the way from behind you over your head. And you make contact with the bricks with the thumb forefinger side of your hand instead of the pinky side. So you bring it down like over the top.
Oh, it was like a truck.
Like a truck.
Like a machine.
So like... I guess you're just slinging your arm like a bolo or something, like a shot, not shot put, but like the hammer throw. It's just like you're slinging it.
It looks fucking awesome.
It looks badass.
I love it. And unlike Travis, it's impossible, I think, to sort of hit off center. Like you're chopping down through it as opposed to just like throwing a punch.
Right.
So Moon does his shit, breaks 8 bricks. I love this moment where the referee's like very sort of deliberately counting how many bricks are still
What are you
left.
counting them for?
What are you counting them for?
Travis seems genuinely brokenhearted, right?
I know, yeah.
He's like sad at the outcome.
So the referee declares Moon the winner, but Travis still gets some like warm welcome from his team. I think that runs the score up to 24-12 if my math is right.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's odd to me that there was a whole lot of ass kicking and head punching in that last match and the score barely changed.
Right. I think there was probably a lot of illegal shit is what happened.
It's probably, like there's no clean technique on that. Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah, the judges were over there going, we honestly can't tell what's happening.
So next up, 4th match, Alex Grady versus Sae Jin Kwon. Alex's people back in Portland, including Stanley the coworker, they're cheering loudly. Whatever the hell the time may be there.
Right.
Tommy tells Alex it's up to them now. Alex tells Tommy, we're taking home the gold, which is fucking presumptuous with the deficit they're coming up against. But God bless his confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
Ahmad Rashad reminds us that Alex has been away from competition for 3 years, and he's got a bum shoulder. I think Kuzo is telling him, protect that shoulder, Alex. So now all the reminders are firmly in place.
That's right. 2 falls.
Yeah, all exposition has been reiterated.
Before he heads to the center of the ring, he blows Walter a kiss and his mom.
Oh, I didn't catch the sweet father-son moment.
And then Ahmad tells us that the crowd is straight slavering for this match.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, they know that this one's going to be high intensity.
As are we all.
I am, yeah.
So Alex and Sae Jin Kwon, they bow to each other. Alex says under his breath, I'm going to kick your ass.
Which is kind of awesome.
Alex was like fucking psyched out of his mind, I think. It was actually like, I like this moment from Mr. Roberts. He was like bringing it, dude.
I agree.
So they get to fighting. Alex flips Kwon over, punches him in the face for the first point. And then he like yells to Travis, that was for you, Travis.
I guess because it's like Travis failed at the brick thing.
Maybe.
And so like Alex is trying to like make up for it maybe.
So Travis is like, take that.
Yeah, it was weak delivery.
Whatever.
Okay.
Kwon bounced back with this like sweet kick to
like an
Alex's
axle
face.
kick, like up, like by his side and kicks Alex in the face.
Yeah, that shit was awesome. But now Alex reels off like a bunch of consecutive points. Like he's taking control of the match.
Yeah, Ahmad tells us that while the Americans have been playing catch up most of this competition, they're finally starting to close the gap.
Yeah,
which
dude.
Still, even at this point, it's still they're down by 10 at least.
Yeah, I feel like if they've traded points and then he gets 5 in a row, like they're still down 7 or 8, something like that. But the fight sort of seems to level out a bit. There's a move that Sae Jin Kwon throws that Ahmad Rashad refers to as an aerial back knuckle. I don't think that can possibly be like the name of it. Oh, he hit him with a vicious aerial back knuckle.
I don't even know.
Sure, whatever. Then we're at the end of the second round. Alex and Kwon start trash talking each other.
Yeah, they're getting chippy. I love that.
Yeah, dude. He like gets in his face. Meanwhile, they're sort of like wrestling each other down to the mat. And Tommy and Dae Han come running out. They have to get separated, but they get those hands on each other a little bit.
Yeah.
They're jaw jacking and
There's
all that stuff.
There's a lot of pointing and yelling happening.
The Korean coach and Coach Kuzo are each like advising their fighters on strategy. Kuzo tells Alex, sidestep and then hit him with your ridge hand.
Yeah, apparently that he's like set up the distance and then sweep him, which I guess means like sweep him with the ridge hand.
Yeah.
Not sweep him with your leg.
The shit works. It results in a point. Kuzo's got this big...
I did not like right before this. The buzzer buzzes. Both fighters stand and Alex says, "Now I'm going to take your head off." And I'm like, man.
That one didn't work
dude,
for you?
Well, you can't do 2 in such quick succession. Like, just say it the one time, or like don't say it at all the first time and then deliver, "I'm going to kick your ass right now."
Yeah, the kick your ass was really good.
It diminishes the first line for me. I was like, you just did that. It was, anyway.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
But whatever advice Kuzo gave works. Because Alex gets a point from that and he's like saying, "Thanks, coach." And we get that big sort of grin again from Kuzo, which I love so much.
Yeah.
Later in the match, Kwon drops Alex and then like deliberately hits him in his bad shoulder with this fucking awesome axe kick that we saw him do earlier on his training video. That's to me, it looks like an odd move, but that's a legit like Taekwondo move.
Yeah, if you brought your leg down with all that force on something that was like a bum shoulder anyway, like that, like right on it, you have no doubt that you could like just sever bone and sinew right off the mooring there.
But yes, it's a cheap move to be sure, but he knew what he was doing, I think. So we got Alex. He crawls his way back over to the corner.
That crawl is the most ridiculous physical acting of the entire movie.
Oh, you weren't buying it?
There's nothing wrong with his legs. And he keeps like jumping and hopping and falling and hopping and falling. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with your legs, man. Just stand up. Or like,
how bad is this pain? Yeah, you like blackout levels?
And that's the thing is like, I don't know like at what level of pain are you, but it's like, anyway, I was just like, I had problems with that acting as well.
It's a fair point because regardless of how much your legs are presumably perfectly fine,
right? Or just at least like crawl over on your knees instead of like he was acting like his bum shoulder, his right shoulder and right leg were directly connected.
He's crippled from the shoulder down.
That's what it seemed like. Anyway.
So we got a minor shot. He's telling us that if Alex can't continue, he's going to lose all the points that he's racked up. But we got Don telling Alex, your shoulder's dislocated. You got to quit the fight.
Yeah, the ref comes up and says, you got 2 minutes to decide if you're going to quit the match.
Alex isn't going for any of that shit. He tells Don to, get it. Just pop it back in. Tell him Tommy. Pop it.
Why
pop
Tommy?
It. Well, I think Don wasn't going along with it at first.
But how does Tommy know how to do that?
I don't fucking know, man. It's just like grab it and yank seems to be the extent of it.
Have you ever dislocated anything?
Maybe like a toe or a finger, but not like a major joint.
Yeah.
You?
Not to this extent, no. Like I think one time I sort of popped my shoulder out of place for a hot second, but it wasn't anything like where it was like it was like I popped it, then I was like, oh, and then I moved it back the other way and it settled back in.
I have had my kneecap sort of like pop out of place for a second, and it hurt like hell.
Yeah,
like even just briefly.
Yeah,
but I like Eric Roberts' performance in this moment because I believe like he does seem like a guy who's in pain. Even if his performance is like a little too much.
I liked it until, so Tommy he puts his feet on both sides of the arm and yanks it, and everyone fucking loses their mind.
Including Walter, Grandma!
So Alex tells the guys, like, if I lose, it's all over, so tape it up, and I can run the last 30 seconds. But he's like, this it's like the tape it. That part, I'm like, no.
It was weird choices, man. Eric Roberts making interesting acting decisions.
His sexy off the shoulder bit was back in this scene, though.
Yes.
It came right back.
I want to say in some of the scenes earlier, we could see a big scar on his shoulder. Like they're trying to show off the makeup work.
Tape it up!
Tape it up!
That was a little much. Even
over the top, like a truck,
it was like a truck,
like a machine.
Deeper.
So now, they do tape it up, indeed. Yep. Wade is sort of helping to calm Alex, putting him into a zen place.
And we should say when tape it up, we mean like they've got his arm taped to his whole body. Yeah. Like he can't, it's immobile.
Yeah, he's fighting with one arm for the last little bit of this fight here.
Yeah, so anyway, sorry to cut you off about this
no.
zen thing.
I just feel like this is like the moment where they're trying to get Wade and Don both like their hero moment.
Agreed.
Don is like he hitting him from the medical side, and then Wade is giving him like zen like advice or whatever the fuck is going on. So the match resumes. Alex is sort of trying to keep his distance.
Do you buy that? Do you buy that he just like dart around and like keep his distance like that?
I believe if you were just trying to run off the clock, that's what I guess you
30
could
seconds
try to
is
do.
A long time in that situation.
That's an eternity if you got someone trying to punch you in the head. But when Kwon gets too close, Grady catches him off guard with this punch and then fucking kicks the shit out of him.
I guess if your adrenaline were pumping like that and your training like kicked in and you saw an opening that you could totally do that and just knock the dude off.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah, it was badass.
He kicked him like, dude went flying out of the ring, rolled all the way down to the floor. Like, he got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Like, if the buzzer hadn't gone off, it would have been a knockout, and Sae Jin Kwon would have lost all his points.
Right.
It's like elation from the good guys. So, yeah, Grady wins. He's cut the deficit down to 29-22, we see.
Hell yeah.
And now it's time for the fifth match. Tommy Lee versus Dae Han.
Yeah, it's been building up to this for half the movie now.
Yeah. So Ahmad Rashad reminds us of all of Dae Han's remarkable accomplishments. Kuzo is encouraging Tommy, don't hold back, you can do it.
Ray.
Baseball. And now Ahmad says if you had any doubt about why he's the most feared fighter in the sport today, just take a look.
Why? Like in his patch?
I guess so. I mean, no doubt he had a badass look, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
The eye, though, I assume. What do we think? Injured in a fight? The eye?
Probably. Took a kick to the head from a legendary master, and then he killed the master.
That's fucking rowdy, dude.
Yeah, he took a Hadouken to the...
Hadouken!
What?
Hadouken! No.
Can you do Hadouken? Hadouken!
You gonna hit him with the Hadoukens? But Dae Han and Tommy, they stare each other down. Tommy strikes his sort of fighting stance, and Dae Han, like, very leisurely.
Like, just turns to the side. Doesn't even... Yeah.
Yeah, the referee calls for the fight to start, and Dae Han just hits him with that Superman punch.
That Superman punch is it's like one of my favorite cinematic devices.
And another time we saw him do that in his video earlier. Mm-hmm. Like, he
punched like a piece of slate, like a rock or something.
Yeah. I like the continuity that those moves that we saw them practicing are the ones they're actually using. That's
shame on Tommy for not anticipating
that.
I guess,
this shit, man. So Dae Han scores a couple of more quick points with like these just vicious fucking kicks that are doing big damage to Tommy.
Yeah.
Dae Han is like a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah, Tommy right up top is not looking great.
Now Tommy sort of finds his footing. We get like probably the best choreographed fighting of the whole movie.
100% the best. It is the best of the best even.
Oh!
It is. Watching this scene, I was like, fuck, these guys are really talented.
And I think real Taekwondo is a lot of those kicks and aerial jumping around and stuff like that. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, these are two awesome martial artists. Tommy scores his first point with an inside crescent kick. The same move that he used on Bert the Redneck earlier in the bar.
You remember from chapter 2 of this podcast series.
Yeah, man. So Tommy connects again with this spinning heel kick. He's like starting to score points.
Right.
But Dae Han drops Tommy with this like just brutal kick to the face.
Yeah.
Like it looked like he kicked his face off, basically. It was kind of awesome. But Tommy pops up quickly.
Yeah, I love he like pops up and like slamming his fists on the mat in anger or frustration, like he should have seen that coming. I really liked that moment.
I think Tommy's like feeling it at this point. Like, this dude's not hurting me, like, and I'm gonna fuck him up. So Tommy basically takes control of the fight, just like scoring points at will. It's the Koreans watching seem confused, like, what is this? There's some
legit concern.
I like Travis yelling, "Yeah, drop him like a toilet seat, Tommy." Fucking nice little line. Dae Han retaliates with an illegal kick to the groin, and then he's like laughing sort of as the round ends. The referee gives Dae Han a warning for the illegal hit there. Somehow we've arrived at the third round already.
Right.
Like, I guess those first two were sort of just merged in.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
So we got Kuzo telling Tommy, you know, he needs 6 points or a knockout to win the tournament. Dae Han, though, is fucking really struggling. Like, he can barely walk. He's like limping
badly around the mat.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's clear that Tommy's like got him in bad shape. So the round begins. Dae Han hits Tommy, I guess, with an illegal punch to the face, though I don't really understand
what's him straight on. And the only thing that I can figure is that, like, is it like in pro wrestling where you're not allowed to be like a straight on closed fist punch to the face? And how would the ref had not seen that?
I don't know how you missed that. It reminds me of similar shit happens in Karate Kid where it's like no point for that. And I don't understand why, because punching someone in the head has been perfectly legal up until now.
Is it because it's like straight on the nose or something? It's got to be elsewhere. It's got to be in the cheek or the side of the head or something. I don't know. I
don't quite understand it, but everyone seems to be in agreement that that was an illegal hit. So Tommy looks like he's in trouble and Dae Han's moving in on him. Then fucking Tommy just like springs to action, man, and goes to work on him.
Right.
He's like beating the ever-loving shit out of Dae Han.
Right.
The overall score is getting really close. He hits him with this like triple kick, like kick to the belly, kick to the chest, kick to the head, like rapid fire shit that was awesome. There was this move like where he sort of chopped him down, you know?
That's
like,
the thing is like, so yeah, he like knocks Dae Han down and then Dae Han gets up, but then he does this thing where he like kicks him in the knee and then kicks him in the leg again and then like does like a low kick to the head. And that's the one that sends him and his eye patch like flying across the ring.
Exactly. So yeah, Dae Han has got his eye patch knocked off. It reveals his blind eye as he's sort of struggling to his feet. And to me, it was strange how all of a sudden with his eye patch knocked off, he's like become a more sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh gosh, this guy's like in bad shape here. Like, and he looks like vulnerable and fragile and everything like that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Now there's 30 seconds remaining in the match with Korea still ahead by 1 point. Dae Han is fucking completely defenseless. He's just barely managing to stay on his feet. Tommy flashes back to his brother's death, and he does that thing where he like really digs his feet in.
Ruh-roh, is he gonna kill Dae Han?
That's like we got Kuzo booming out, "No baseball."
Yeah, everyone's like, "Don't kill him.
Don't fucking do it." Alex is like yelling the obvious, I guess, like, "Coach, he's gonna kill him."
So, but this is what. So yeah, and then Kuzo's again like, "No," like shaking his head, "Don't do it, son." I'm with Ahmad Rashad because he's like, "What the fuck?
Why
like,
are you not finishing him?" But you could earn a point by kicking me in the stomach.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, surely there's a non-lethal combo he can perform, or even if he knocks him down somehow and just makes light contact, that's a point that ties. And then there's no way.
Can you just sort of you can just like shove him down and chop him in the stomach.
There's
or something.
no way that Dae Han would win in the Test Your Might. If they went to Test Your Might, he can't even swing his arms now. So it's like I don't understand. Like, he could do a combo that would have been worth 2 points, probably.
A non-lethal combo.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
As it is, like, Ahmad Rashad sort of comes off like bloodthirsty.
Kill him!
Kill him now.
What are you waiting for?
Finish him! But Tommy just, like, watches the final seconds as they tick off the clock. The horn sounds. Dae Han collapses in a heap. The Koreans all run out to see to him, carry him off the mat.
Right.
Kuzo is nodding at Tommy in approval. The referee
you did the right thing.
The referee bows to Tommy.
I like that moment,
like,
too.
Emotions are already running high, I think, at this moment. Kuzo comforts Tommy, tells him, you won that match. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
So,
and he did. He had the man at his mercy. He chose not to kill him, I guess.
So cut to the ceremonial drummers are back at it as the fighters are lined up on the mat for the medal ceremony. Smiling Koreans are happily accepting their medals, waving to the crowd.
I mean, all but two of them kicked ass. So
Did
they
win
should
their
be
match.
Happy.
Yeah. At the end of the line, we got Dae Han. He still can barely stand.
Dude's in bad shape.
Mm-hmm. His teammates are celebrating their asses off. They have to know, though, we really only won because this dude didn't destroy Dae Han.
By an act of mercy.
Mm-hmm. Dae Han knows what's up, though. He hobbles across the...
And I'll say, as a first-time viewer, I was not expecting this.
Dude.
Did not see this coming.
This hits me right in my feels every time. I'm going to try not to cry on the podcast.
Man, you should cry. Let the tears flow, baby. Get emotional.
But yeah, Dae Han hobbles over to Tommy. The whole arena falls quiet. What's happening here?
And Alex is Alex is already crying his eyes out.
Yeah, dude.
I imagine
there's got to be this big emotional release after just
leaving.
You've been training for 3 months and it's over, and yeah. But Dae Han tells him, he says to save a life in defeat is to earn victory and honor within. Your brother too was a great fighter. I deeply regret your loss, and I offer myself as your brother.
Gotta say, the way that Mr. Reed delivered these lines was heartbreaking, and the cuts back and forth between him and Tommy while he was delivering this, and they were both just, and I imagine that, being brothers probably cool to have that scene together.
Totally.
But I was like, man, they're both everyone was just.
I get emotional thinking about it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But Dae Han takes his medal off and he puts it around Tommy's neck, and I feel visibly a weight lifts off Tommy's shoulders of these 15 years he's been carrying this burden with him. And he gives Dae Han a big hug, and the crowd goes fucking crazy. Not a dry eye in the house. This is the most emotionally satisfying moment that I can think about in a movie like this.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm whatever. Kickboxer, he beats up Tong Po.
Yeah, but there's not a reconciliation.
There's not an emotional healing that happens. This movie's in this, to me, whatever flaws the movie has are redeemed in this moment, because you don't get this.
You can be my wingman. No, you can be mine.
It's dude, Dae Han's not the fucking bad guy.
And that's the thing is you never know who your enemy.
Was.
You think your enemy is your enemy, but it's your enemy's just a person like you are.
Yeah, dude.
You hope.
So it's awesome, man. Now Sae Jin Kwon comes over to Alex, tells him, Alexander Grady, Portland, Oregon. I know everything about you, including his fucking gimpy shoulder.
Because I tried to take you down, tried to hatchet job you.
And he takes his medal off, he puts it on Alex's neck, and Alex says, Sae Jin Kwon, Seoul, Korea. I know all I want to ever know about you. Yeah, dude, it fucking is
as he
heavy,
balls,
man.
Yeah, man. Good acting in this part here.
The crowd approves of this turn of events with a big standing ovation. I approve also. It's a very unexpected ending to the movie.
And some good sportsmanship. It's a lesson in sportsmanship, and also how to forgive your brother's killer.
Well, it's you've humanized the quote unquote bad guys.
Yeah.
Are just guys just like you who are training
You're
just
all
like
right,
you.
LaRusso.
Dude, yeah, totally. Johnny was gracious in defeat. You know what I mean?
And even Drago, Drago and Rocky, you fucking earned this, man.
Yeah, dude, to the end.
Yeah. Man, yeah. We need to watch the director's cut.
Dude, yeah, we're lagging behind on that, but we'll get there. But yeah, then the remaining poor Korean fighters who actually won their matches also hand over their medals.
We don't want to look like assholes, so I guess we'll give ours too.
Facts. But then Travis gives up his cowboy hat to like the dude. That was a cool move.
He's growing.
He's still kind of a piece of shit though.
Yeah, he totally is. He said kimchi not 10 minutes ago.
It's true. You were insulting him by calling him a Korean food item.
Racist.
Bizarre. But Coach Kuzo, very happy.
Yeah.
Very proud of his boys. The fighters hug each other. They're lifting each other's arms, culminating in Alex and Tommy celebrating whatever. Freeze frame, roll credits.
That's the end.
Fucking 80s power ending, I feel like. Just freeze frame and roll those credits.
I wish they'd played St. Elmo's Fire, but they didn't. St. Elmo's Fire should have been the ending credits movie for every movie. It's a great song.
I don't even know that song.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh, yes. Okay.
No
I didn't know St. Elmo's Fire was like, is that a lyric in the song?
That's the name of the song.
But is it, they say it?
St. Elmo's Fire.
That's a weird lyric.
Right?
Because it means nothing, right?
But yeah, it's like a fabled supernatural weather phenomenon that is like a lightning from the sky out of nowhere at sea that will set your shit on fire.
They call it a St. Elmo's Fire. I've never seen the movie, and
I don't think I have either. But the song fucks pretty hard. Anyway, that's not the ending song of this movie.
No, we get some bullshit probably running. I don't even know who this is performing this song.
Same.
But
not worth mentioning.
That's the flick.
Hell yeah.
I fucking love it for my part.
Again, I can't say I'm going to queue it up anytime soon, but I don't feel worse having seen it.
You feel like you don't feel better, no better, no worse?
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay.
There were parts where I was like, that's stupid, and there were parts where I was like, this is awesome. So
the movie was shot on a very modest $5 million budget, I see.
Right.
The internet says it only made $1.7 million. But
they say that's U.S. gross. So
that can't be right. That
had to have made more overseas. Had to have.
Because it can't spawn 3 sequels if it tanked.
That's what I'm saying is like, somewhere
I bet it did well.
They're not reporting, and I think it's weird that they're not reporting how much it made overseas.
I just think the records probably are like lost and no one knows for sure or something.
Sure.
I don't know. It's like it was probably like marketed as like it was Karate Tiger Part 9 or something.
I guarantee this movie made more than what it was made for.
Guaranteed. Absolutely. It doesn't spawn sequels if it lost money.
Right.
I'll tell you where it didn't do well though is with the critics.
That is true. Those are facts.
Ebert, Roger Ebert, your boy. He laid into this movie like I've rarely seen.
He almost, I think he took it personally.
I disagree with his conclusions personally, but tell us what Roger said.
I would say that they are, what's the word? They are hyperbolic to say the very least. Fair. He says, and I'm going to just read this down. He said, my personal glossary of movie terms includes a definition for the Klidvik film. The acronym stands for Climb from Despair to Victory. It's the formula for the Rocky movies and all those other 3-part formulas in which 1, we meet the competitors and learn about their personal problems. 2, their rigorous training is interrupted only by a series of crises that were predicted in part 1. And 3, they overcome despair and triumph in the end.
Which that's sort of the formula of like every sports movie.
Or every movie just about.
Well, yeah, you get the hero, and then the hero has obstacles, and then the hero overcomes the obstacles.
And that's the thing. I'm reading a book right now where it says the formula for every story is the main character experiences an obstacle or something he wants and then overcomes the thing to get what he wants. That's it. So he says, of all the Klidvik films I've seen, and who's not seen a dozen or two, best of the best is the worst.
The worst of the genre he's ever seen. That's like, there are worse movies than this for sure.
Definitely. We have covered worse movies than this for sure. Maybe in
Over the Top? Have you not seen Over the Top either?
Oh my God. It is not merely predictable, says Roger, but shamelessly so, even from the opening sequence in which Eric Roberts teaches his little boy to ride a bicycle all by himself. There's a shot showing the tyke pedaling his first bike out into the street and past a line of cars, and I will award a shiny new dime to anyone who does not correctly anticipate that later in the movie, the boy will be hit by a car while riding his bicycle.
I will say, I don't think I saw the first viewing, I don't think it's predictable.
I laughed when the kid went, whoa!
Whoa!
I did not anticipate the thing with...
Yeah.
I would say by the time the movie had gotten into about the second act, the middle portion, I thought that the main drama was going to be with Tommy. And that at worst, there was going to be some situation where it was Alex's body that was... that was betraying him. But anyway, Ebert, in a complete hatchet blow to the head, closes the review by saying, "There is not a single scene in this movie that I found amusing, original, or interesting. What we really have here is a documentary of the actors wasting their lives."
That's brutal.
That is cold-blooded murder.
How is he not, like, at least the ending of this movie is original? And not
sure.
Maybe not original, because Rocky lost and Rocky won.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the prototype of the hero doesn't win.
Sure. I think this movie is an amalgam. You know, it's certainly nothing groundbreaking. But to say it's the worst of its kind that he's ever seen, maybe to this point, I guarantee that there was.
There's worse karate movies than this.
Yeah.
There's a dozen worse karate, but maybe he hadn't seen those. Like, maybe those weren't getting a major release.
I also wonder, like, what the press junket was like around this movie that garnered it enough press, like, for Ebert to be like, I'm going to interview this, or I'm going to review this thing.
I bet it got a pretty decent release with, James Earl Jones is like a dude, Eric Roberts had been Oscar nominated, and the Sally Kirkland character had been Oscar nominated. Like, I'm sure it got a wide release, but man, he laid into it like I've never seen.
Yeah, I will say that there were many, many times while I was watching it that the biggest issue that I had with it, aside from some of the overacting from some of the actors, particularly Eric Roberts, who actually, for the most part, liked in this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, just the production value. I thought the cinematography was kind of lazy and haphazard.
The music is like the
music
really
sucked.
The worst.
All the synthesized shit was just terrible. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Overall, though, if we got drunk one night and watched it again, I would not be upset about it.
No, dude. And I had also read a retrospective about the movie from some publication called Taekwondo Life,
that's
where
cool.
It said basically among Taekwondo practicers that this is like the second favorite martial arts movie after Enter the Dragon, because it's really like one of the only movies that actually features like accurate Taekwondo on film.
Who is the Taekwondo practicer in Enter the Dragon?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just that's everyone's favorite martial arts movie, but then
that might be true. Yeah,
I don't know, but I think it was mentioned earlier in an episode that Philip Ree, who was a writer on the movie, sort of was inspired to write this because of his real life experiences fighting for the USA Taekwondo team against the South Korean team in the 1980 Asia Games.
Okay.
I don't know whether they won, lost, whatever happened there. But yeah, the movie like spawned bizarre sequels. They were like fucking, guns and drug lords and stuff like that.
When I was reading some of the synopses of the other things, I was like, wait, it sounds like it sort of jumped the shark into like the Kickboxer sequels.
Kickboxer did the same shit, and I think maybe the later Bloodsport movies did the same shit
where they
too.
Come almost like a cop drama or something. It's like, I don't understand what's happening.
I really need to see the second one though. Like having read about it.
We should, yeah.
Maybe not for the podcast, but like basically it has Tommy, Alex, and Travis getting into some fucking trouble. Travis gets killed. Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
Tommy and Alex go to train with Sonny Lanham, the actor. I don't know why. Dae Han and Sae Jin Kwon come over from Korea to help him out.
They're buddies now.
This fucking shit sounds crazy,
and I want to
watch it.
Yeah, we should.
So bad.
That sounds fun.
The bad guy is played by Wayne Newton.
Dankeschön.
I don't think he's like a fighter. I think he's like the mastermind, whatever.
He's Jack Palance in Tango and Cash.
But dude, I'm into that shit.
That sounds like a coke-fueled nightmare.
I know. I gotta find a way to watch that.
That was one of the things that in that Vanity Fair thing that I talked about in the first episode, like that Eric Roberts was talking about, that when he was coming up, it was like just in the trailers, like in their trailers or in the craft services.
Yeah.
It was like there'd be sandwiches and just bowls of cocaine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
And everyone was doing it.
I just can't even imagine to ensure a production like that where everyone's fucking high.
And he was, I mean, that's one of the reasons why his career didn't take off. We talked about also because he talks about showing up to meetings like with Woody Allen and people like that, just stoned out of his ever loving.
Okay.
And they were like, we can't do anything with you because you're a fucking mess.
Was he famous before Julia? Or did Julia come up then it was...
Julia had been like cutting her teeth and making her name, but he was like right there, just hadn't achieved that level of
He was like 10 years or something older than her.
Yeah.
So he must have been struggling. And then maybe it's like Chris Penn. Once your sibling has made it, then all of a sudden doors start to open for you.
And I think probably rightfully she, had to separate herself because of the implications. Because of the implication.
But anyways, I love this movie unapologetically.
Yeah.
As I said, it's total trash.
It's fun.
It's just cheese, but it's just it's fun to watch. It doesn't leave you feeling one way or another about it. You're just like, well, that was fun. But I feel like this is a movie I could literally watch every day.
Every day?
Because it leaves no residue. Like there's no aftertaste after you've watched this movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't watch Schindler's List every day. I can tell you that, but I can watch this every day.
That's too long. It's too heavy.
And man, the ending gets me, man. Every time it gets me. Just
but you might not make it to the ending every day.
No, I fall asleep, but But no, I'm glad you took this journey with me.
Yeah, man. I like I say, I enjoyed it.
And I'm glad to all of you listeners out there that you've come down this rabbit hole with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Who knows where we'll end up next?
I don't know. We got to talk Arnold at some point again.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love it. But thank you, as always. Thanks to everyone checking us out on the Last of the Action Heroes podcast network.
Yes.
When you're done with us, go check out some of the other stuff there.
Lots of good content for you to check out.
If you're loving us on the Last of the Action Heroes podcast network, find our 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger feed. We've got some old back catalog of Arnold Schwarzenegger and I think probably like Stallone and stuff movies over there that we haven't gotten on the podcast network yet.
There's tons of stuff. Van Damme, Kurt Russell, everybody.
Yeah, there's for sure good stuff back there. So check it out and we'll be back.